to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today, I have Loot and Kage.
Hey guys.
Hello.
So we are doing a patron-only episode. We will not be releasing this episode to the public. So we decided to, been a little while since we've done one just for you guys. We appreciate you being a patron, and we promise we will get your merchandise out. I'm still waiting on DP to tell me some stuff. He's been kind of MIA with moving, so he will.
That
We'll get
man's
that.
been moving for like the past 7 years. Like,
Just like
geez
vacations.
Louise.
He takes vacations for like 3 months, and then he moves for like 4.5 months. So.
I know, it's
God,
crazy.
He's never
He
home.
moves more than anybody I've ever met.
So
Like, he's on the run. He's like, it's almost like he like stole someone's identity, and he's got to run from the popo.
they're moving country to country.
Or maybe he's a spy.
You think so?
Maybe he like works for like the CIA or something like that.
Maybe
I
he's
wonder
an
if he works for the
undercover robot
military.
Maybe he's a cyborg and has
infiltrating.
Superman-like powers.
Yeah, like Japan sent him to like infiltrate the Canadian government.
Yep.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Would not surprise me at all.
He's like so emotionless, like you could tell.
You
He could
know,
pull it
we're
off.
supposed to have Doombox on. Like, Doombox made this big tier list for raids. Wanted to do an episode about it, and then he goes MIA as well.
Yeah, him and
Ooh, you know what? That sounds like a really fun episode to do.
Yeah, but remember,
the common denominator between Doom and DPs, they're both Japanese.
that's true.
So I wonder.
Doom
if
is
it's a Japanese
Japanese?
thing. Yeah, he's like Japanese Irish. He like speaks like.
Well, I didn't think he was Japanese because he sounds more...
So does
Not
Doom. Though. I would have
Japanese.
never in a million, not Doom, DP. I would have never in a million years thought he was from Asia. I thought he was from like. Actually, I told him this probably like a year and a half ago. I thought he lived in like the Netherlands. Stupid American. That's what everybody's thinking right now. And then even Ogre kind of MIA. Usually he's all like,
God, it's just the three of us in that chat.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with these guys. They
Well,
were
in
starting
all
to show
fairness, Ogre's going through a lot of health issues.
up. He's all healthy now. He's got no excuse.
He is?
Yeah, he's all good now. He's
He got surgery. Yeah, he got that surgery, and then
yeah, he's all clear. All his tests came back good. In case anybody's wondering, everything's good with him.
he's just
I
I,
didn't
don't know,
realize that.
still working like 90 hours a day.
Yeah, he works like 90 hours for $3.25 an hour. So
Isn't he? I thought he was a chef. Is he a chef?
No. He works at I think a gas station.
maybe
Really?
maybe he's a chef at a gas station.
Maybe he's like on diners, drive-ins, and dives, like that kind of chef.
Come up with more stuff for other teammates.
All
Hey,
right.
you want to talk about Parallax a little bit?
Yeah. Let me just I gotta turn on the fan because it is 100,000 degrees outside today. Freaking
So,
January
you-
12th, and it's like
if
90
anybody
degrees.
doesn't know this on the Patreons, I live in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, and in January, it's usually on a day like today, it's usually about 20 degrees, very cold, very dry. Not today. Today, it's 71 degrees.
Holy crap!
Jesus.
Do you see a theme here? I think we broke our planet.
Yeah, it's not looking so promising out there.
I
We're like
totally
floating
think
closer
we
to the
broke
sun.
our planet because tomorrow it might snow.
Wow, it's 86 degrees here today.
Well, welcome to Colorado, where today is gonna be 32 degrees, and tomorrow's gonna be upper 50s, and then rest of the week is negative
Yeah,
35.
you guys always have like crazy ups and
You
downs.
guys have big swings.
Yeah, that bipolar weather.
Normally, January and February are the only 2 months of the year that you have to wear pants, or you can wear pants comfortably. But I'm wearing a tank top and shorts, and yesterday I was working outside, and I had to come in and take a cold shower. That's how hot it is.
Wow.
Jeez.
See,
And then
I
normally
was very
January that
unlucky.
never happens.
My vacation, which was Christmas through, Christmas to New Year's week, the weather was horrendous. It was extremely high wind, between 50 and 60 degrees, and it rained every day.
Thank everyone for listening to weather.com broadcast.
That's right.
All right. So let's get into some DC Legends talk. I had a few comments to people sent me messages asking if I was quitting the game because I made a few comments on other people's or in Bizarro's YouTube channel. So if you haven't listened to that, check it out. We had a good episode about team leaders. But I'm still having a lot of fun in game. Have no intention of going anywhere. Just decided to scale back the heavy spending because November and December were just outrageous. Kind of, so you know how sometimes whenever you have that, and I know Loot, you can sympathize, where you have that month and then you get stupid Apple Card send you your bill and you're like, what the hell?
Well, it happened to me too. So
Okay.
this month I decreased my spend by 80%.
This is my lowest month I think I've had in 2 years.
I literally had trouble paying my bills in the last week and a half. I spent that much money, not just on the game, but just in life plus the game in
Yeah.
November and December. It was so expensive that I have no choice. I have to spend a little bit less. I just can't not. Luckily, I have some gems built up. So I've got a little bit of a cushion, but I'm totally with you, man. It's not that I'm okay with spending the money. I don't have it to spend right now.
I'm kind of the opposite. I mean, I always should, especially just holidays are always expensive. And then I got to buy all my plane tickets because we're going to Washington, D.C. in March, and then we're going to Europe in the end of August. So I got to buy plane tickets and all kinds of stuff for all that. So I do have some big expenses coming up. But the, I just, I don't know. I was just, the last couple of months, I was just like, what am I doing? I don't need rebirth crystals that much. I mean, there's no need for it to a certain degree. So I just decided, you know what? That's my part of my New Year's resolution. Slow it down a little bit. And you know, I find the game a little more appetizing because I've been getting a little bit bored lately. It's kind of the same thing over and over. And when you're not breaking the bank, you don't really care as much about the little glitches or the out of sync errors that you get here and there that cost you something. You're just like, yeah, whatever. So
It does make it a little
the
bit more
expectations are lower.
palatable.
Yeah, because when you're dropping insane funds on it, you get a little frustrated with why aren't they releasing this content? Why aren't they doing that? But when you're, just treating it as a minimal cost game. Actually, the only thing I bought this month was Superman and the character unlocks just so I could have my daily gear.
Wow, you did great.
Yeah, it was
That was
hard.
pretty good.
It was really hard. I might get Kyle when he comes out just because he just seems interesting. Even though I don't think he's like a great character or anything, but I really kind of getting a fascination with stun slash enrage teams. And I figure that'd get me some gems to float for next month. Because right now I still have 50,000 gems, and I'm planning on not buying siege energy every day. But man, right now everybody seems like they're buying. So as long as I stay
Yeah.
above
Yeah, it's a
20,
little this month's a little weird. It seems to me like the entire top 20 is buying siege energy every single day.
yeah. I mean, I know a lot of us have slowed down a little bit, but seems like everyone else is picking up the slack. So I guess that's good for the game. But anyway, so let's get into Kyle a little bit because I don't know if I'll be able to gear him right away. So I normally do for you guys patrons. I try to do the before the sale ends. So I'll get Devoy on because he'll buy his packs and he's already got him geared and loot. You already have him geared, but you only have him L1, right?
I have him L1. Boy, that lunatic,
He has him L3, right?
he has him L3. Now, you
Jeez.
have to, let's chat about that for just a second. So, in order to get him to L1, you have to spend $170. Okay? To get him to L3, oh my God. What was he thinking?
He went
Holy
nuts.
moly.
Like he's not gonna spend money on this game for like the rest of the year.
Not only that, by the way, his walker is RB5 ready.
That's yeah.
He bought all of him. Like, all of him, all of him. He broke the bank this month.
Now I know you're not crazy about Walker. I kind of went it back and forth. I really liked him at first, but now I'm kind of back on the really liking him again. I kind of fell off, and I was like, yeah, I mean he's not that great. Lex teams still, I mean Lex teams are still the pinnacle of the game. I think right now they're so strong. But what I like about Walker is he doesn't seem to mesh as well with the regular meta characters. But
You're right.
characters that you don't tend to use as often, I like him better with them than others because he does bring up the way his kit's designed. It does bring up other
So
characters.
who do you um, find him good with?
I really like him with Connor, which you know I've been high on for a little while. I do really like him with Flash because he makes my Flash punch so insanely hard, and then when you're calling the assist, he attacks like 85 times.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that works really well. I surprisingly like him with Harley Quinn MJ, which I don't want to like, but I do. MJ and Eclipso, they seem like they pair pretty well with him.
They do.
They give him a little more because they're kind of squishy, but it gives them a little bit more, and then they'll do the quadruple attacks. Obviously, Power Girl works really well, but then I've been just messing with other weird teams.
He
And
works
Joker
pretty.
works really well, too. I
Yeah,
use Joker with Walker.
Red Hood or
oh, Red Hood is
Ravager.
amazing. Red Hood, I'm actually
Red Hood is insane. I mean, how many attacks can he get off
it's
with that
absurd.
call
I actually
assist?
Red Hood is he's been climbing on my short list of rebirth characters I want to rebirth because he just I just love that pairing. And I have 1.2 thousand shards, so I could rebirth him. I think to RB3 with that, maybe
Crazy
RB2.
guy.
So
I have to keep my rebirth list really, really small because I changed my strategy now. I don't want to. I'm not going to say that what Bullsy's doing is wrong or bad in any way, but I feel like if you're going to rebirth a character, RB3 is really that sweet spot.
I agree. I 100% agree.
So, I mean, if I already have a lot of characters that are RB2, and just bringing a new one up, unless I'm doing it for a reason, I think I'm not going to touch any other characters except the ones I already rebirth.
I 100% concur with that strategy, and it also helps with the slowing down the spending because if you want to take new characters to rebirth beyond rebirth 1, even rebirth 1 is outrageous, but new characters to rebirth them is just absurd. The freebie is the hardest. The paywall is still difficult. You might be able to get a rebirth 2 out of them, but I've decided as well that if I can't at least take them to rebirth 3, they're not even on the list. And
My new strat as well. Totally.
And then if, since I'm not going to buy, or at least I'm not planning to, unless there's like multiple characters I want the shards for in the Siege Head Start pack that gives you the rebirth crystals, I don't plan to buy those anymore, so I'm going to be down a rebirth each month. And so I got to be more picky about who I'm going to pick. But I think I'm going to stick to I still, my favorite team is still my stupid stun team. It's just the one I enjoy playing the most. So I'm going to
That's
try
a
to
fun
lean
team.
I'm just gonna lean in that direction as characters come out or reworks come out that kind of mesh into that group, or there's a new group. I might start messing around with the Rage teams. So problem is that all the characters I always want to rebirth are always green every time.
Because all the Green Gate characters in the game are really good.
They really are. Like that's what I feel like. That's why I don't get excited for new green characters because I don't want another good green character. That's why I'm always excited for physicals because I feel like there's less physicals I'm excited about than any other character. There's only like 3 physicals I really like.
I have 3 physicals rebirth.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But those are like the only good. I mean, maybe there's more than that. I know Joker is always high on the mystical characters. Which I just feel like there's like two or three that are so good, so much better than like everyone else that um, I never get excited from mysticals, but I probably should. They decrease their usage. So let's
So let's
back.
talk about parallax.
Yeah, let's talk about Kyle. Tell me what your thoughts, what you think of him, how are you using him?
All right, so I what I've seen, just from other people's comments on Reddit and on Discord, a lot of people are comparing him to Barda.
Is
Yeah,
that
They're
an
totally
apt
different.
comparison?
It's really not a good comparison. It, I mean, because he gives it the stamina ups, maybe, but the truth is, he's a selfish character. He is not. He doesn't give like the stamina ups to his whole team. So everything he does is selfish.
that's kind of what I
It
expect from Daddy.
what? Oh, that's it. You know what? Let me go there. Why are you guys calling him Daddy?
I
I
don't
I
know.
don't
What
know.
what what is that? That's weird.
It's something that's I don't know if it started from Reddit or 2D-tron, one or the other,
It's 2D Tron.
but I love it. So it cracks
Where
me
did
Mm,
up
that come from?
because he's
I
big and
mean,
stocky. I don't know.
I don't know. You can call me daddy, but not fucking or freaking this guy, Kyle. What's his pants?
Actually, you could curse on this one because it is just Patreon. So.
Oh, okay,
All right, so let's talk about what he does well. Okay.
okay.
He's got a purge. His second move is purge 4 buffs and apply 20% turn meter down. The turn meter down is really not noticeable, which is, I almost think it's bugged
Well,
because
it's only 20% though.
I know, but
So
like you don't, like if you look at the meter, like the ring,
yeah,
it doesn't even look like it goes down 20%. It
Yeah,
looks
you
like
still
it's
should notice it on 20% because I mean, isn't that what
like
Castaway
it.
Green Arrow does
I
on
think
his
it.
three?
I truly think it's bugged. I think it's doing like a 10%. I don't think it's doing 20 because it just feels really insignificant. Like, what does Kaga do on
He does
his?
20 on his three. I was just looking because that's what I thought it was.
All right, so if Kaga does 20 on his three, then Kyle's 20 on this move is definitely bugged. There's something wrong with it because the turn meter down is not the same. It's just not the same.
that's weird.
And maybe it is the same, and I'm just seeing it differently, but to me, it seems insignificant. Seems like I don't even notice that it happened. Kind of weird.
I don't
The
know. I don't know why. I like what I'm seeing. Like I like his tankiness because he does seem like he could take a hit better than most greens. And his kit meshes with a lot of the things I'm interested in doing, which is the
well, he does the
enraged
stun,
and the stun.
right?
That's what I like.
I
Yeah,
don't
you.
have that
If
unlocked
Hate
yet,
sees
but he does
stun on
do
a
that.
character, he's like all in on it.
Not always, but I am on this one.
So the one legendary that I did use is his third, which is 50% chance to use call assist on a random enemy. I don't really notice it too much.
About half the time.
About 50% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's that high.
Well, for me and
Um,
you, that means 20.
my RNG is so bad lately. It's disgusting. The the 70% on his passive definitely it works. When he takes damage, he does get those stamina ups. Um, and the enrage the attacker works really well if you're running him with Walker, because then you could use that team purge stun,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. And
How much damage does his
the,
three do when they're enraged? That additional 75%. Is that significant or?
not really.
I
He's a
didn't
low damage
yeah, he
character.
seemed like he's very low damage.
Very, very low damage. So like, for example, his one is strike twice if enraged. the reason why you want him to strike twice has nothing to do with hurting the character. It's because then he gets 8 stamina ups instead of 4.
Gotcha.
Because his damage is really that low.
Like Bartolo?
Yeah, totally. Bartolo.
Okay.
It's low.
Have you played him with
Really
Bardo?
low.
They seem like they'd pair pretty well.
I haven't tried them together yet, but it's probably a good mix. And he's only L1, so like I don't really use him yet. I don't like using characters until they're usually around L4.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
To me, it's kind of like a waste of time. But
I'm debating if I'm going to gear him because I may buy one pack just to have gems for next month. But I can't decide if I'm going to gear him or not because I'm down to 2 slow gears and they're halfway there.
I don't know if he's worth. The only reason why I'd say gear him is because he fits into your play style.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, raids are at the end of the month, so if you're trying to be competitive in the raids, you might as well gear
I mean,
him.
I'll gear him for raids, but they haven't even announced them yet, so I'm guessing they're going to be in closer to the end of the month, so I could still squeak out another week of 1 a day gearing. When does Siege
Oh, I
end?
totally agree. When does Siege end?
Yeah, because then I don't even care as much. Then again, I'm trying to be cost efficient, and that means I didn't want my 3 blue rings every day.
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks from today.
And his sale's in 3 days usually.
Who? Parallax?
Yeah.
Parallax is
His sale's going to be this coming
this
Thursday.
week. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have a week. We'll have a week to play with him before Siege ends.
I may not be able to gear him then right away.
I mean, it's already the 12th. When are they going to talk about these raids?
Hopefully they.
I can't believe it's halfway through the month. Jesus, it's like yesterday I was just celebrating New Year's.
I know. January is a weird month because it's 30. Isn't it 31 days?
Yeah, 31 days.
Yeah.
It's 31 days, but it always goes so fast.
Well, the whole year just goes fast anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hopped on this. I hopped on this game called DC Legends, on iTunes, and then 3 years goes by. And you're like, what the what? 3 years and $20,000.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's like tuition.
God,
The
I think
Buy
there's
a car. You could just get a car. You might as well just get a car.
I told my friend how much I spent on this game once, and then he pulled up a Craigslist ad, and I was like, "What's this?" He goes, "That's the money you could have spent on this car instead."
That does not surprise me at all.
I never want to know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh no, you probably could have bought a house with that money you spent, you guys.
Yeah,
I
probably.
probably could have bought a Range Rover.
This year I got
Maybe not a Range
a lot of
Rover,
house projects
but
I'm working on, so I need to save for those. I'm renovating 3
thank God
bathrooms.
my house renovations are done, but my decorating is not done yet.
I have so much more to do. My wife's doing the drywall in the utility room. We're doing bathroom / utility room. I refuse to mud and sand. It always looks terrible when I do it. So once she finishes that, then I can start tiling. So that gives me, she's probably got 2 more weeks. But I want to finish painting my house, which I got 2/3 of the way done, and then the summer came last year. And so there's a wall in the back of my house that's still unpainted, and I refuse to do it during the summer. So,
Well, it gets so hot, yeah.
and then I have a second garage that's back there that I want to paint. So it won't take me that long, but I need probably 2 weekends to do it. So hopefully raids aren't the next 2 weekends.
I mean, they didn't announce it yet, so it's definitely not in a few days.
Yeah, I would guess.
Well,
my guess would
knowing
be the weekend
right
of the
after
31st.
Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, the week of the end of Siege, I expected to be there.
Yeah, that seems like the most likely.
Let me
Didn't
check
they used
the
to do it right when
calendar.
Siege ended? Wasn't that
Yeah.
what they used to do?
Yep.
Yeah, and then it'd be that. I think that sounds about accurate.
All right, so just just based on past raids
Yeah, we don't
and
have any
days that
inside
they
knowledge
start.
on this, guys. We're just giving
No,
you.
yeah, we're spitballing. We have no clue. My belief is that the raid is going to start on Wednesday, January 29th.
You're probably right. I mean, because that
And then it's
siege
gonna be
ends is
a
that Sunday the
3-day.
26th. So,
Yeah, and then
Correct.
it roll
And
into the 31st, right?
yeah.
the last two raids started on a Wednesday so that they could have people troubleshooting during the week.
Yeah. That sounds right. I bet it's that,
So
too.
Wednesday the 29th, you heard it here. That's what I think it is. Or
That'd be
I
good
we
think-
because
think it is, maybe.
I think this raid is going to kick up people's morale again because it's going to be actually functional. Be a
yeah,
grind
I
I
for
hope
really
us,
hope
but-
so.
because they put a lot of effort
If
into
it's
it.
broken, it's going to be really, really salty.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
they'll just shut the game down if it's broken. They have
But,
spent like a
you know,
year
like, screw it.
troubleshooting raids. I honestly believe we have zero new content this year because of raids.
Because of it. Yeah.
Because
So,
you
like-
mother effers asked for raids.
Here's
We
what I
asked
think
for raids, but we
needs
didn't
to
ask for
happen.
these raids.
Correct. No, that's really true. I mean, this is not. Look, the raids aren't perfect. The raids aren't even
Fun.
fun. The raids could be so much better than they are. But I will say this: enough's enough. Get the raid so that it works, and then leave it alone. Stop tweaking it. Every single tweak they make to the raid, they break it.
Yeah.
So they get it right one month, and then the next month, oh, let's tinker with this. Let's tinker with that.
Yeah,
Boom,
quit
the
tinkering.
thing
I mean,
doesn't
granted, the
work.
part of that was our fault because we said, "Oh, we want this changed, we want that changed," because we were trying to make them fun. And granted, that was
Right, but you
that's
know
what you
what? I want no more changes.
do. Yeah, let's just. It is what it is. Leave it the way it is. Let it go. And then, I
Let's
mean,
move
honestly, I was
on.
starting to miss them a little bit, but now I'm kind of moved past that. I don't really miss them. I miss the resources you get from them.
I don't
right.
know. I just get anxiety thinking about raids, and I'm like, fuck, three days of like just tap, 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 tap.
It's
tap.
hell, dude.
It really is.
There's no skill. It's literally tap, tap, tap as fast as you possibly can.
You know what? That's
I
Super
might as
Bowl
well-
weekend, which, so we usually have a big party for Super Bowl. So that, I mean, I'll be getting my house ready that Sunday. It's gonna be a nightmare. Wife's gonna be yelling at me, "Why get off that stupid game?"
You should hire like a monkey to like do raids for you.
I
bet you-
really,
Is Super Bowl Feb 2?
yeah, usually.
I bet you guys can probably afford like a trained monkey to do it.
Yeah, Super Bowl's always the first weekend of, like the last weekend of the month. Yeah, because
Yeah, that's
divisional
Feb
round,
2.
there's a week off. Yep, that's
Which
Feb too.
happens to be Groundhog Day this year. That's weird.
Oh wait, no, it's
Man.
not. It'll be the weekend after because, yeah, no, because there's always a week off. Yeah, it'll be the week after. So yeah, there's nothing going on that weekend. It's actually
Well,
not a bad weekend.
Patriots got kicked out, so whatever.
Yeah, so nobody
Might.
cares about the Patriots anymore.
No,
Yeah.
The
guess
dynasty's over.
it's Feb 2.
No, because
Super Bowl this year is Feb 2.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It definitely is because I forgot. There's one more week of playoffs, and then there's a
I
week
Googled
off.
it.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
Yep.
You're right.
You guys are cracked out.
Oh, it's good. I can watch Groundhog Day while I'm grinding. Love that
It is
movie.
totally going to be that weekend. Well, maybe we can finish with our raid contributions by Saturday, and it'll be over.
Well, Super Bowl doesn't air till 6 p.m., but getting stuff ready and all that. Oh yeah.
Right, and reset 7.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh man, that is gonna be rough.
it's always rough.
Yeah, it was gonna be extra rough because people are gonna be busy. But then again, everybody's gonna be busy, not just us. So.
That's right. Well, except for maybe the Europeans.
Yeah, they don't care.
They
I
don't care.
think we have a few of them.
Like, what the hell is a Super Bowl? Is that a big salad bowl?
That's right.
Yeah, guys just like make salad together.
So after they get this raid and it works, WB, please stop touching the raid.
No,
Please leave it alone.
they don't listen to our regular episodes, but this is a patron only, so I guarantee they're not listening to this because I think the reason they stopped doing their podcast was because they ran out of space on SoundCloud and would have to pay $15 a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got to 4 episodes. It's about how many you can do.
Oh,
That's how limited the resources are. So
Means you dump more money with toward WB, man.
I can't do it anymore. I tried and tried, and they didn't. They didn't.
I,
They
I
didn't give
wonder if
me
they
more.
stopped. I wonder if they stopped doing it because your podcast took off, and so they're like, well, "What the hell's the point competing against this guy?"
I would have
I think
liked
they're
it.
using this medium.
No, that
I
we are
think
their
that's why
sole
they don't
source of
do their own.
advertising. So, but we got there's a few people that have been starting to build up a good little following in podcast. Bizarro's got a good thing going. I like his wheel of questions. That's highly entertaining. I thought about stealing it for ours, but we can't do that. So I told him to do that. We'll have to have him on and then do a wheel of questions.
I haven't listened to his podcast yet.
Listen
What's
to
a wheel of questions?
they just it's a thing that they do where they have all these random questions and then they spin a wheel and ask them, and it's highly entertaining actually. Tootie
Oh,
Tron's
that's
on there a
actually
lot.
really fun.
Yeah, him and Tootie Tron are on there. Tootie Tron's pretty entertaining. I know Kage doesn't like him, but
Isn't he in our... Wait a second. You don't like
I'm
Tootie?
just messing with him. I'm just stirring drama, stirring the pot. Tootie Tron listens. He's a patron. So, but,
Tootie's got his own thing going.
yeah, but that's his solo cast. I don't. I mean, he does a good job with it, but solo cast I don't find as entertaining as when there's like
So
more than one person.
he's on Bizarro's
Yeah,
podcast as like a regular person.
I don't know if they've officially started doing it together, but he's been on a lot. They have good chemistry.
That sounds fun. Maybe I'll give him a listen.
Yeah,
And they do like the whole Patreon thing too.
yeah, but they only on YouTube. So I actually was trying to tell them they should send me the audio file and I'd publish it on our feed and give our audio listeners some extra content that I don't have to do any work for. But he
And it's,
hasn't done it yet.
I guess both would get benefits too. So
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a win-win for both of us. They don't have to pay for the thing. They want to send us content. Like
Yeah.
this week, I didn't have a lot of time to record, but sounds like Luke's got to go.
that wasn't me.
No, I thought you were getting yelled at.
That's not me.
No,
My house is
no,
silent right now.
my little sister is taking my other sisters to church.
I thought you lived alone, Kage.
I'm staying with my parents this weekend.
Ah. All right, guys.
My
Anything else
buddy,
before we
my
wrap this
buddy
up?
wants me.
Your buddy wants you to what?
He wants me to move into his apartment with him. He's like, my roommate's weird, dude. You gotta move in with me. I'm like, what? You deal with your problems.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work with your lifestyle, Kage.
Yeah. So his roommate has a similar lifestyle to me, and my buddy's like, dude, girls are dumping me because they hear what's going on in his room, and I'm like, why is that my problem?
Well, then you guys can just tag team.
Well, his roommate plays for the other team, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
he-
no, we get it.
So, and I'm like, you did this to yourself, man. I don't have no sympathy.
Yeah, I guess you would kind of have to make a life decision there, Kage.
Yeah.
Well, you could just throw on a pair of high heels and say, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know you love dressing up, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard you're wanting to be a sugar baby, so.
Yeah.
That's right. Skin tight.
That's an old lifestyle that I
Break
don't
out
go
those
back
cuffs.
to.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. We gave our
Cool.
Patreons a good 35 minutes of very interesting podcasting
Fun,
out of the
banter.
norm. So, it's-
A little different.
yeah. And so, key takeaways from the podcast. St. Walker's pretty good. Kyle looks like he's going to be decent, but he's kind of unique. I don't think he's going to be for everyone. If you're a meta chaser, probably definitely
Yeah,
not.
he's not meta. He's
Yeah.
a niche character.
Yeah. uh, raids probably towards the end of the month. We don't have any confirmation or assurance of that, but that's what we're leaning towards. And that's about it. Alright guys, so signing up.